Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Dialogue Tree. This is episode 50. My name is Daniel Padilla, and as always, I am joined by my wonderful friend, Matthew. Give me your heart, make it real, or else forget about it, Peterson.
Ronaldinho superstar soccer. Is that what it is? I don't remember.
It's Ronaldinho soccer. Some shit.
Yeah, that's it. Good.
Yeah. What a good fucking meme, man. Did you know about this before Owen sent the first one?
I had seen one video, but it's just like one of those videos where they edit it in when you aren't expecting it.
Right.
And I was like, I thought that was funny, but I didn't know other people knew were doing the joke. Yeah.
Apparently, it's a huge meme. Okay, so I did some research, right? Because I thought it was interesting for a variety of reasons. One reason is clearly reminded me of the N64 game that I used to own, International Superstar Soccer, which is, you know what I mean? So like, it looked very similar. It sounded similar. So I was like, all right, what's going on here? Is this just like an edit that someone made, or was this like a ROM hack or real game? What's going on? Like a regional type of thing that I never knew about, whatever. So I looked it up, right? And apparently it is like a meme that blew up earlier this year. Like if you look it up on like Know Your Meme or whatever the fuck that website is, there's like a whole article about it, how it blew up sometime earlier this year. And it's used specifically for that kind of like punchline, right? Like you have like a video, like some random video of whatever, and then they'll just like unexpectedly throw that shit at you.
Yeah, if you look at the title art, whatever, the intro screen, you actually notice it's like very poorly drawn over what was originally there. Like there's like MS Paint flowers in the bottom left. I don't know if it's to cover like the logo of the other company.
It's fucking weird. It is a good meme though. I will say that it hasn't really gotten old for me yet, and I've seen it like ever since Owen sent that first one. Many subsequent additional ones.
Yeah, it's just a great voice line.
Right. It's awkward, right? Because first of all, it's compressed as fuck, right?
Yeah,
it's super compressed. Like the laughing is awkward. Like why? Why do you have like right? Why does he laugh? And
he also says soccer like kind of wrong. He doesn't quite get his mouth around the word. Right.
So I guess just the history that I found out about this is apparently, so International Superstar Soccer, right? That's like the precursor for Pro Evolution Soccer, right? It's the Konami soccer sim that's been going on since like the early Super Nintendo days. Apparently, this was not licensed to be distributed in Brazil, because I guess not many video games are licensed to be distributed in Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil has that weird situation.
Yeah, right. And so like there was this random Peruvian video game developer who was just like, all right, we'll just make a bootleg version of this N64 game so we can like
take an already made game.
Take an already made game, slap a different name on it. They did edit it, to my understanding, because International Superstar Soccer is not licensed, right? It's not like FIFA. FIFA has all the official team names, official uniforms, official player names. International Superstar Soccer didn't. They like use names that like resemble the real people, but like they just didn't use the real people.
Right.
Apparently, this Peruvian company straight up just like slapped in the real player names. Like
it's kind of interesting because of their like disregard for the law. They actually made the superior version because you have the mechanics of the good game, but actually the rosters involved. So it's the ultimate edition of the game, but it's like a pirated copy you can only get in Brazil.
Right. It's phenomenal. Yeah, and apparently this was like officially, like, well, of course, I don't think it has a Nintendo seal of quality or whatever, but like it was an officially released title for the N64 in Brazil. Whatever officially can mean, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
I don't know. You can buy it off stores, is what I mean. You know what I mean?
Video game law was like, well, I don't know the Brazilian law, but at least in the US, the law on video game took a long time to catch up. So, officially released can mean a lot of things. Like there are all these NES games that like you had to like stack it on the other NES game to get around like the Nintendo lockout chip. But it wasn't technically illegal to make that.
Of course.
Owen says, don't forget to talk about YouTube captions and Ronaldinho soccer.
Yeah,
thank you, Owen. We're a little ahead of you.
Yeah, right. Well, all right. So, okay, do you have anything else to say in regards to Mundial Ronaldinho Soccer 64?
No. People can look into it on their own if they're curious.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's again, to me, as someone who grew up with the original, is weirdly interesting. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
I was I was very much entertained looking up all this information. I thought it was like a weird, funny story.
Right. Yeah.
Before you get into like the whole YouTube stuff, can I just say, man? All right, so mom's been saying since like yesterday or so like this morning, I don't remember. She's been saying that she's been craving donuts. So I was like, all right, cool. I can drive her to like the nearest Dunkin' or whatever when I'm done when I'm off work. But I got off work like around 5, right? And the issue is that like the quarantine restrictions are slowly being lifted here. So like with every week there's more and more traffic out there. I figured that like around 5, of course there wasn't going to be as much traffic as there was pre-pandemic, but like there still would be a lot of traffic. So I was like, all
Mhm.
right, if we're going to be at Dunkin' already and getting donuts, there's going to be a lot of traffic, so I don't think I'll want to go all the way to Cafetano to get coffee. So I'll just get an Americano there instead, right? Whatever. Like, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
The worst happened, man. I got home and I took a sip of it, and it's sweetened. Like they added
Oh,
fucking
without you
sugar,
asking?
but without me asking, without them asking me if I wanted any sugar on it.
It's weird.
Yeah, like what the fuck is that about? You know what I mean? Like what if whoever you're serving is like diabetic or whatever? You know what I mean? Like you'll just
Right.
straight up destroy them.
Yeah, they could die.
Absolute garbage. I swear to God, I can even ask my mom. They did not fucking ask me if I wanted it sweetened, if I wanted a sugar on it, nothing. They just asked me what size, and I told them regular, small, whatever, and I was like, all right, cool. And
Oh,
it's
that's ass.
ass. It's
Yeah.
ass, man. Like it. I just don't often like sweetened coffee, especially not like water. Because like an americano is just watered down espresso.
Wait, you got an Americano too?
That's what I got. I got an americano, and it's sweetened
That's the
without
worst
me.
thing to sweeten because it's half water.
That's exactly what I said a couple seconds ago. Like it's just straight up
I
watered down
didn't
espresso.
understand that part. I mean, I thought you were just mad because they fucked it up.
No, it was just straight up. It's right because an americano is just watered down espresso, so like it tastes like
Oh, yeah.
ass.
God.
It tastes like ass. And I mean, I'm drinking it because like whatever, right? Like
You paid
I
for
could throw it away.
it.
Exactly. Like I could throw it away in like attitude sort of way, but like the only one who like misses out is in the end is just me because I already paid for it anyway. You know.
Yeah, God, that's dumb.
So I know it's garbage, man. It's garbage. Anyway, all
Well,
right.
that sucks. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's my story.
Hmm.
All right.
Well, I'm going to talk about YouTube captions because it's been like a month.
Since you wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, I was going to talk about it when YouTube announced this, and then
Yeah.
it's been so long that the changes actually went into place, I think last week, and now we're finally talking about it
Oh,
this week. And
right.
the episode is, of course,
Right.
delayed another week from the time of recording. So
Ah, shit, dude.
we're like 5 weeks late on this. So, but I just wanted to let people know about it because I don't think that many people know it even happened. Basically, YouTube removed that feature where you could make your own captions for video, and then the
Right.
video owner could approve them, and then
Right.
it would be like the video doesn't have auto-generated captions for Spanish or whatever; it has actual captions,
Right.
which is nice because auto-generated captions aren't very good.
Are garbage, yeah. And they'll like censor shit out sometimes too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and YouTube removed this feature, which is critical to deaf people and hard of hearing people for watching the video, right?
Yeah, and people who aren't like necessarily like as fluent in different languages and whatever, right?
I imagine it's awful to watch the video and all your comprehension of the video is from auto-generated captions. You'll just
Yeah.
be confused.
Right.
But YouTube said not enough people are using the feature, so they're going to remove it. And that's really shitty. I don't know. I can't imagine it costs them that much money to have other people make the captions for other people.
Yeah, right. Like what costs is YouTube incurring by offering this feature, right?
And they said that like a lot of people didn't take it seriously or whatever. But you have to approve the captions before they go on the video. It's not
Well, yeah,
automatic
because
like that.
I feel like if that's your argument, then like Wikipedia shouldn't exist, right? Like, oh, like
Right.
why would Wikipedia be a thing if people can just like type whatever bullshit, right? You have moderators, like someone has to approve it in the end.
Yeah, and a lot of people were saying that you're removing an accessibility feature because not a lot of people use it, but that is like the definition of accessibility
Oh
is that it
God,
helps the minority of people, right?
yeah,
Like
shit, I didn't even think of
with,
that. You're right.
it's just shitty. And fuck YouTube for doing it. That's all I
Yeah,
wanted to say about it.
it's like if you have a ramp at like a Chili's or whatever, and the Chili's manager is like, yeah,
You're like, no
like
one's using this. Let's get rid of it.
like 90,
God.
95%. 95% of our customers are like traditionally able-bodied, so they don't need the ramps. We'll just like fucking remove
Right.
it, right? Yeah. What the hell is that about? I didn't even think about that. You're totally right. Yeah, it's fucked up.
So yeah, basically the only alternative is if you want your video to have good captions is to pay like a company to do it, you know.
Could you do it? Could you do it yourself?
Absolutely, but you'd have
Okay.
to
Okay.
speak all languages.
Oh no, right. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
meant as in like if your channel is in English and your videos in English, could you like make your own caption?
No, you could. I'm sure
Okay.
that
Okay.
takes a lot of time though, because you have to
Right.
line up
No,
the
of
scripts
course.
and whatever. I don't make captions. I'm sure it's a lot of effort.
Yeah. Yeah. No. 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 Of course. Of course. Of course. No. That makes sense. That
Yeah,
makes
so
sense.
I think the existing captions are still all there, but no new captions can be added, which
Right. Right.
sucks.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty ass. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's just what I wanted to bring up for like a month.
Right. 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 No, it's a good topic. Yeah, and
Yeah.
hopefully there'll be some kind of advocacy to like get this shit back up.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of people talking about it when it was announced, but YouTube
Right.
didn't change anything and they just went through with it.
Right. 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 Yeah. God damn it.
So I don't think there's anything to be done. It's just something to be aware of, I guess.
Yeah. 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 That makes sense. Well, shit, dude. What else is going on with you, dog?
Shit, I don't know. I was playing Enter the Gungeon before when you were
Oh,
like,
nice.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
So I was a little late here.
How'd that go?
Good. I just did a quick save after beating the boss. I did get hit on the boss.
What is who do you play as in Gungeon?
I like the convict.
Is that the one with the dog?
No, that's the hunter. I like the one with the shotgun.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha.
But yeah, Gungeon's just really good. I gotta
It's
say.
yeah, it's incredibly like engaging, right? Like it's just super because it's so hard, but like it's hard in the sense of like all you're doing is like avoiding bullets, right? So you always feel like you can do better and you can do better,
Yeah,
right? Like it never really feels like unfair, and I think that's super
because
engaging.
it's random, but it's like that roguelite thing where it's like random but like out of set patterns. So the enemies are
Right.
always in like a semi-fair placement that you could reasonably get out, but
Avoid.
you could have not put yourself in that situation or whatever.
Yeah, like honestly, I don't remember ever being upset at that game. But like, oh, like that was a really bullshit shot. Like that shit, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like it always feels like, fuck, I could have avoided that, or fuck me, I messed up, or I knew that was coming, and I just, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just there's so much effort that goes into it. I feel like there's so many indie games that are like $20
Yeah,
that have so much more content than like AAA games.
yeah, man. And you
It's
can get
weird.
like you can get Gungeon for like $8 these days. I feel like
Yeah.
it's a good game. And I've never I will say though that I've never even finished a full run yet.
It's kind of
Which
hard.
it's yeah, it's really hard, and it gets so much harder. Like with every subsequent like level, it gets like exponentially harder. You know?
Yeah, I remember when I first got it, I couldn't. Whenever I got to level 4, I just like basically gave up,
Yeah,
and like because I just couldn't handle it. And then it became that way with level 5, and eventually you just like become able to do it, and you like get
right,
used to
right.
the enemies in that floor and stuff. But
Yeah,
the first time you get to a new floor, every time you just get
and
screwed.
it's kind of there's kind of like some kind of strategy to it, right? Like you could, you know what I mean? Like if, for example, you get to the second floor or whatever, and like the first room that you go into happens to be the boss floor, you could just go ahead and do it, or you could go
Yeah, you could
around
just
and like
leave, but you could be missing on like a gold chest.
right, exactly. So I don't know. What do you? Is there a strategy? Do you usually follow it all, or what do you do?
I usually like to at least look at the rarity of the items. I don't always open the chests. Also, it's good to shop because the shop prices
It gets
go up
more
every floor.
expensive.
So you might as well just
Oh,
like
that makes
buy a
sense.
key or whatever.
Right, that makes sense. How do you? I don't think I knew about are the chests color coded by how rare they are?
Yeah. So the
I don't think I
the
knew
rarest
that.
look like ridiculous, huge gold chests,
Oh, yeah.
and
Okay.
the cheapest are just like those brown chests that just look like a normal chest.
That makes sense. I just don't think I had ever thought about it. And you
Right.
usually try to clear the whole floor before going to the boss, or do you sometimes just go into the boss as soon as you find
Sometimes I'll just go into the boss if I'm gonna die, if I like can't fight the
it?
rest
Gotcha.
of the floor. I think you can get a feel of like how far you can press on in an area based on your
Yeah,
ammo and weapons and stuff.
and to kind of get the weapons that you've gotten so far.
Yeah, like technically you can beat the whole game with the default sidearm just by being really good, but that's not like feasible for a human
No, right.
or
No.
at least a normal person who's not like super dedicated to the game.
I was gonna say that has to be like some kind of thing that you like set up as a goal for yourself, right?
Yeah.
It's not like the game's not really like designed to be, you know. Yeah, I believe that. It is a good game. I like it. I've owned it for a while. Yeah, I should. And I actually want to play it now since since we started talking.
Yeah, I'll finish my run after we're done recording. Probably.
Have you played cooperative? I've never played cooperative.
Yeah, I have. It's pretty fun.
Do you think it's any easier at all, or no?
It's probably harder because you have to share the guns, so your ammo runs out a lot faster.
Really? So it's kind of like that Doom thing that we've talked about before?
Kind of. It doesn't feel like there's not enough ammo because everyone can always shoot. You have to punch in Doom if you run out of ammo, which sucks.
Right. Oh, right, because because you always do have like your default gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Also, if your partner dies, and you open a chest, they'll come back, but that means you don't get a gun for that chest. So I don't know. It's a lot more resource scarce.
Yeah, I've never. I don't know why I've never gotten the chance to play it with people. Like I feel like whenever I played a lot of shit with people, right? Like I played Doom with people, and I played like Blazing Chrome with people, but just never really Gungeon, which is odd. Did you ever try Exit?
No, actually, I know someone who really likes it.
Really?
And he's like a really big Gungeon fan. He almost 100% of the game last time I saw him, and that was like before the quarantine. So I bet he did it.
Right. Since.
Yeah, but yeah, he's super into it, and he said he really liked Exit the Gungeon, but I have not tried it myself.
Right. It's like the same thing, except it's like 2D instead of like right, like it's like flatter in the sense that like
yeah, it's like Spelunky.
Right. Of course. I don't know. Was there anything else that you had thought about maybe bringing up?
I did. I wish I could think of it. I really do. Oh, I do want to talk about Among Us a little more.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. What about it?
Just like how crazy it is that not only that your game can be just like well received, but like have a very, very small player base. And then just like PewDiePie or whatever plays your game, and now it's like the hottest game, for like months and months. Like it's completely blew up even though the game is old.
Right.
But also just like how surprisingly simple it is to like get the hang of, but like there's so much depth just in like the interaction between people,
I was gonna say it's interesting how the social aspect of the game gives it so much depth, right? Like
I don't know, I never feel like tired of playing it. I don't play that much. I probably play like once a week. Right. But like I can play for 3 hours and then I'll be like, all right, that's enough. But when I'm playing the game, I'm never like feeling like 2 rounds are the same or anything, even if they like are the same.
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, okay, that's it. I haven't played with you guys a whole lot. I think I've only played
with you once.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I've only played with you the one. Okay, so like I think what I brought up before when we talked about Among Us, whatever episodes we did, whatever previous episodes we talked about it, is the couple of things that like wear me out about it. Is, number one, how dodgy the servers are, right? Like sometimes
right. That actually, I will say, the last 2 times I played, almost perfect. So
no way.
Yeah, only once did I disconnect, and then it stopped doing that afterwards. So I think they've at least improved it.
All right, that's cool. That's good to know. Yeah, that's very good to know. Because that was one of the things that like put me off about it. Just like how long I had to wait sometimes.
No, that absolutely sucked.
Yeah, because like sometimes like again, every game is different. So like sometimes you'll play one game and it'll last like for whatever reason it'll last for 4 minutes, and then you just have to wait like 10 minutes to get into another game. That kind of shit just wore me off. And I guess
I do understand though, like if you're a developer of a game and you have like 100 players on at a time, and then you're like asleep and you wake up and the servers are down because of thousands, whatever, like thousands of players are trying to use it. Of course, that's like stressful to fix.
No, of course, it's not something that I like blame the developers. It's something that happens because of the circumstances of the game, and I get it. And I guess the other part is like the group of people. The crew of people that I've played the game the most with, are my friends from here who like, I love my friends here. We have a good time, but like, I feel like sometimes they can be a little bit like purposefully trying to push you over the edge. You know what I mean? Like that's just their sense of humor. If that makes
sense. They'll just kill you for no reason. Like they'll just vote for you for no reason or whatever.
Yeah, they'll be like, and they'll be like me, just because that's their sense of humor, right? Their sense of humor is to like get people to be pissed off. I feel like that's kind of what. Not because it's not usually a game that's cooperative. Like, yeah, the crew members are trying to win, but like then again, you're never even sure who your crew members are.
Mm-hmm.
So like, just like I feel like that with the crew people that I played it with. Again, I've had a good time. I'm not saying that I wouldn't play with them again or that I hate playing with them or anything. I've had a good time. It's just with that specific group of people, I feel like I can only take it so long at a time.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
Because
I mean, you can get pretty angry at Among Us, I'm sure,
yeah,
because everyone's lying into each other. I've definitely yelled at
right.
people, but I've never had that, like, carry between rounds.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I missed out. I was going to talk about this. Good transition. I missed out on the last time you guys played Among Us. Well, actually, I didn't
Yeah.
know if you. I don't know if you wanted to add anything
About what?
about Among Us because you said you wanted to talk about.
I was
I don't know.
just thinking about it. I was just thinking about how
Okay.
cool it was.
Yeah, yeah. Gotcha. No, I missed it. You get because you guys played on Sunday night. I think it was because you had the holiday
Yeah.
on Monday and whatever.
Yeah, because Monday was off. No, everyone seems to work on Monday anyways.
Oh, right. No, I missed out on it unfortunately because we were out of fucking internet for the entire weekend here for some bullshit reason. Like I woke up on Saturday and it was fine up until like 11:30 in the morning. It just died. And like it often happens, right? It's sometimes like just the reception will just die, but it'll just get automatically fixed in like like an hour or some arbitrary amount of time that doesn't feel like
Yeah.
forever. So we just let it be. But then it got like 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon and we still didn't have any internet. So we called them. They were like, yeah, it's like a local problem around your area. It should be fixed by like I don't know, sometime tonight, whatever.
Mhm.
So we waited, right? And then Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, nothing. So we had to like call the assholes so they can like come over and fix it. I don't know. So we don't know what the issue was. Whatever local problem they were having was fixed. But even after that was fixed, we still had no reception. So whatever
Right.
damage was caused, like hit us pretty hard for some inexplicable reason. So dudes have to come in. They ended up having to change the router even and everything. But our reception has been pretty good ever since. So
I mean, at least it got resolved, I guess. But yeah, it's pretty shitty, especially because you guys didn't have like the day off, so
yeah,
you had work, which is of course remote.
priority. Right,
Yeah.
right. It's remote and it's a priority, right? Like, and it was upsetting because, like, like I've talked about it at length on the show how like stressful my job is, at least to
Mhm.
me anyway. So like, I look forward to the weekends a lot, and like a lot of the things that I look forward to the weekends these days, given the current circumstances, just like sit around, watch some YouTube, take it easy. You know what I mean? But like without
Yeah.
internet, like of course I can do other shit, right? Like there's a lot of shit that I do around the house, like play the drums, I don't know, whatever, read. But
Mhm.
like it's different when you're like looking forward to it. I was looking forward to like I don't know, like watching the new Game Grumps episode, watching the new
Yeah.
podcast, whatever on Saturday night. And it's weird when you just unexpectedly can't do that, right? Like if I would have known, all right, this weekend you're not gonna have internet, so you better like figure out what you're gonna do to keep yourself entertained. That's like different. Like unexpectedly can't do the shit that I wanted to do is just like I don't know, it's a big drag.
Yeah. No, I definitely use the internet more than I even think about using the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right,
So
right,
when it's
right,
out, it's like noticeable, but you still try to like use it, and you're like, "Ah, shit, I can't do
right.
that."
Yeah, because it's so like automatic, right? You just like look
Yeah.
it up on the internet and whatever. Yeah.
I
And the
remembered
thing
what I
is,
wanted to talk about, by the way.
oh yeah, go ahead.
What did you want to say? Anything else about your internet going out?
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, like of course I had data on my phone to like
Oh
talk to
yeah,
people
but
and
it's
shit.
limited.
Exactly, it's limited. And I didn't know when it was gonna my like home internet, which is unlimited. I don't know
Right,
when
they
it
didn't
was
even
gonna
like tell
reset.
you when it would come
Yeah,
back, or it was wrong when what they told you, so you couldn't trust it.
exactly. So for all I knew, you know what I mean? Like I didn't know when the internet was back, so I had to like save my data, for work.
No, it's totally
So
understandable.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Doug.
So yeah, I remembered that I got a Kindle. It's coming.
Oh, nice, dude. What kind of Kindle did you get?
I don't remember what it's called. It's one of the wider ones because I wanted a larger screen.
Gotcha.
Because I was actually gonna get like a Kobo or something like a non Amazon one because they're
Yeah,
cheaper
right.
and they also have support for more not third party, more open source file
I was
formats,
gonna
I guess.
I was gonna say, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, but it is Prime Day or whatever, and I was like looking at it, and it's just actually cheaper to get the Kindle, the large Kindle, than like the medium Kobo now. Like it's just,
Really?
and obviously Amazon is a pretty dubiously ethical company, but I can't get I
Right.
can't get a new Kindle from anywhere else.
Right. Of
So
course.
that should be cool. And another thing, I was kind of wanting a Kindle anyways because
Yeah.
I heard they have really, really good dictionaries, and I want to look into reading some Japanese stuff on it. And that's like really convenient if you
Oh,
can just tap
yeah.
on the word
Right.
and you get like an accurate definition on the page. That's actually really cool. So that
Yeah.
that also kind of convinced me a little.
Right, I was gonna say. All right, hold on. But did you get like like the electronic ink Kindle or like a tablet type Kindle?
I don't. What's the difference?
I mean, because they're like. Well, I mean, I guess actually, I guess they're different things because there's like a Kindle Fire. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You
No,
didn't
I
get a
didn't
Kindle
get like the Fire tablet or whatever. If
Right.
that's what
No,
you're saying.
I forgot that they had like completely rebranded the tablets to like Fire and the Kindle.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. Amazon makes a lot of shit.
Yeah, goddamn. No, yeah, it's you know, we talked about like the whole book thing and how like I've talked to people who are like really purist about like fucking reading their books physical and whatever and like whatever, right? So what I want to say is like I'm someone who like reads books for the practicality of just like reading them, right? So like when I was in the
To
States,
get the information, yeah.
yeah, right. Like I don't. I've grown out of the romantic phase of like, oh, I want my books, I want my physical books because whatever. I grew out of that. It's fine if you haven't. I just don't really care for that anymore. If you do, that's fine. But I got into Kindles because I was in the States and like I was literally moving my shit in and out of a dorm room every single year, right? So like buying paperbacks was just not practical. I don't know.
Mhm.
They just ended up making a lot of bulk in my stuff. You know, I got a Kindle, and that just made my life so much easier. Because I could just like store my books digitally there, and I could still like fucking read them, right?
Yeah,
So there's a lot less space. It's a lot lighter. I can read in the dark because I got like the lit screen ones. And yeah, like they do have a lot of cool features like that, right? Like you can download the dictionary and you can just highlight whatever word on the text, and like it'll automatically just straight up show you the dictionary definition of the word that you
right.
highlight, which I think is super super convenient. Not only that, but it also gives you like immediate access to fucking like Wikipedia. Which sure, Wikipedia is dodgy, but like I don't know, whatever, you can still
It's
find
something.
information. Yeah, right. It
Yeah,
leads you on. Like if there's just something that you absolutely have no idea what it's about, you can highlight it. Wikipedia will give you like at least a vague idea of what it is, and you can just move on.
yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a cool little gadget, and
Yeah, I'm excited to try it out. We'll see. I'll definitely tell you how it goes. It's gonna be a big process to like convert the files or whatever, but
right.
we'll look into it.
Right. Yeah, I can walk you through. I did get a Kobo years ago, dude. Like we're
Oh yeah,
talking
how
about
was
like
it?
over a decade. It was garbage. It was garbage.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know if Kobo used to, because I know they're owned by like this big company, Rakuten now or something. I know that the Kobo brand was purchased by some other brand, and like ever since that happened, they've become like a little better. Books a Million, was that a store? Books a Million, something like that.
I don't know.
Does that ring a bell? Fuck.
Maybe that's the Kobo story. I don't remember honestly.
No, but that's the thing. Like books. Let me just
Okay.
Books a Million. Yeah, that was a store. I think it went under like a few years ago. Maybe it's still alive. I thought they'd gone under, but I think that's the store that I'm thinking about. It was like a competitor to like fucking Barnes and Noble. Right? It's like the same concept. But Barnes and Noble had their own in-house e-reader, which is called the Nook, I think.
Yeah, the Nook.
Right. Whereas Books a Million, they just licensed off distribution for Kobo. And I once went into a Books a Million, and they had a Kobo for like, I don't fucking know, like $50, $60 maybe, just about. Which at the time was really, really affordable for an e-reader, right? I'm talking about
Yeah.
like 2009, 2010,
I mean,
2011.
that's pretty affordable now. I mean, that's so I guess it's on sale now, but you can get like the smallest Amazon one for like $40.
Right, right, and it's on sale, right? Like
Yeah,
that's not like its price. Yeah. So like this device was going for like $50 back then.
that was just
But
like
like,
retail.
yeah, that was just his
Wow.
retail price. But it was ass. Like it lasted me. It lasted me. Dude, I think I might even have it here. It lasted me like 2 months. Right, 2 months. Not gonna lie.
Jesus.
The screen was just once. It was one weird time. It would just got stuck on one random page of a book that I was reading,
Mhm.
and it would just wouldn't work. And I tried, resetting it, doing the factory reset, plugging it into my computer, plugging it out, and this is the screen just phased out. And of course, I looked it up on the internet back then, and everyone was talking about how garbage the model that I got was.
Right. It sounds like it's a little better now. Like I looked into some of it, and people seem to be
Yeah,
okay with it,
of
even
course.
if it's
Yeah,
a little jankier than the Amazon one.
that's the vibe that I get. Absolutely, I understand that it's a little better now, which is cool, right? It's cool that Amazon has like a decent competitor because like it's ass
Yeah,
if
no, it's
Amazon just
good.
had like a monopoly over the e-reader market.
Yeah, because I think the Barnes and Noble just like e-reader store has been closed. Honestly,
I don't know anyone who owns a Nook anymore. I
my
don't know,
grandmother has a Nook and she loves it.
but she's probably owned it for like years now.
Yeah, she's had it for like 10, not 10 years,
Right.
probably like 7 years.
Yeah,
Honestly,
back
yeah,
when Nook was still like a
yeah. When
hot
it first came,
item.
it was like the first one, wasn't it?
Right. Yeah, no, no, no.
But yeah,
I definitely think Kindles are cool gadgets.
I'll give an update on what I think, but
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Right. Precisely, right? Again, I like to read a lot, and so like the Kindle just makes it so much more convenient. You know what I mean? So
Right? Yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
despite how ethically dodgy Amazon
yeah.
is,
It
I
seems cool.
think yeah, it's definitely a convenient device for me. And it's not like I buy everything that I consume off my Kindle off of Amazon. I, of course,
Right.
you know,
All right, dude.
source my books from elsewhere.
I have one more topic of the day for us.
Yeah, dude, go ahead.
Hot news today. Not Amazon. Sorry, Apple did not include a
Ah,
charger with the new iPhone.
oh yeah. What the hell is that about, man?
I don't know. I
How do
mean,
you?
so the excuse is that it helps the environment, but you can't use your old charger with it. So no one's
So
like,
that's garbage.
yeah, no one's saving the environment. They're just buying the charger from Apple.
They're just buying it, yeah, because you can't even use your previous chargers with it. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
total ass. And like the
and
thing,
it
I don't want.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, doesn't it also come with the special headphones that only work with the Apple headphone jack or whatever either? So you got to buy those if you want to listen to anything.
Right. God damn, dude. And like, I don't understand why they keep doing this shit. Right. Like yeah, their computers look sleek because they're like super little and like whatever. But like, they don't even have USB ports, man. Like,
Yeah,
at what point do you go for like style instead of like fucking utility?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't
I
know.
feel
Like,
like it's like Supreme or whatever, where
yeah, man.
it's just like the product, but it has an insane upcharge on it for like status or whatever.
Right, and like whatever, right? Like I know just a couple of weeks ago we talked about Nintendo and how like I will buy the fucking 35th anniversary Super Mario collection or whatever. But even then, dude, like the games are perfectly functional. And it is only like a $60 game. In the grand scheme of things, like if you compare it to like an Apple product, like what the hell is the new
Yeah,
iPhone gonna be like $1,000 or whatever?
yeah, probably. I think it's
And
950.
you're not even gonna get like the functionality from it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
reason why people flipped out about the Mario anniversary thing was because there's not a lot of effort put into it, but at least it's functional. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
what you're getting, and like whatever, it's gonna work, and you're not gonna be missing out on anything really. Whereas if you buy this
yeah.
big device, you're still gonna have
It
to
doesn't
buy a
even
bunch.
work.
Yeah,
You use it for
exactly.
a day, and then it's useless
Right. So
until
like
you buy more shit.
I think that's super garbage, and I just don't really understand how people keep giving into this shit because people keep giving into this shit is that they keep doing this bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it definitely makes money. That's why they do it.
Right, of course, because they know that people are just gonna buy their new iPhone. They know people are gonna need a charger.
Yeah, and I think like YouTubers are like unboxing the new iPhone 12, huge clout, must see, and then people are like, "I want the new iPhone 12." Or, it's the media cycle, and
Yeah,
Apple tries to exploit it. I'm sure they
yeah,
sent it out to a lot of people.
to generate the buzz, right? Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I don't, obviously it's very transparent what's going on. We don't, it's just stupid. And I thought we should address it because it's like so egregious.
yeah, and the issue is that, right? Yeah, sure, they're being transparent at least, right? Which would be scandalous if they just straight up didn't tell you.
Oh, I meant transparent as in like, uh, they just want money.
Oh, right. Of course, yeah.
I think it's
Uh,
almost, I think it's almost misleading, even if it says on the box does not include charger or whatever. Like, it's like if you bought a car and it didn't come with tires, like, does that really
right.
need to be said on the car? Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It
right.
feels like almost illegal.
Yeah, no, it's definitely weird, and that's the thing, right? People are just still gonna eat it up regardless.
Yeah, can't talk about consumerism too much. We got to start wrapping it up.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say that I thought I saw a commercial today earlier from like the actual Samsung social media website saying it was just a picture of like the charger and saying something like this will always be included with your new phone, and that was like their
Right? Yeah.
advertisement. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
And
it's
like
just like common
yeah,
decency to
yeah,
the customer.
right. And like I don't know, dude. People can be assholes about owning. I don't know, just because I see like a lot of memes about like how people think themselves superior for owning Apple products as opposed to like Android phones. But like, dude, like I'll always take fucking functionality over
Yeah, I love.
whatever
Uh,
status an Apple product might give you. You know, fuck that shit.
I was gonna say I love my Android. I don't love the company Android, but
Right.
I like it a lot more. I like Android used to be a lot nicer.
Yeah.
It's a lot more like Apple now,
Yeah.
but you still have a lot more freedom, just like with the device, and I do
Right.
appreciate that.
Yeah. I don't think I've only owned one iPhone, the iPhone SE or whatever, which was still pretty decent. You know what I mean? But I don't think I would ever go back to it. I just genuinely think that I couldn't support that kind of bullshit. You know?
No, I get it.
Yeah, I don't know. Updates. Real España lost 3-0 to Marathon today, which is
Jeez, damn, dude.
garbage. And I hate everything. I hate everything.
I'm sorry to hear that, Daniel.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's. I thought about something. I thought about something.
Please,
Oh
oh yeah, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say that I was playing Mega Man on Genesis Mini, and it's really cool because I never really played any of the classic Mega Man on
Mega Man
real
2
hard.
is sick.
It's fucking good game. And the thing is, I never really played it on real hardware ever. You know, I've only ever really played it on emulation. And I own the collection on 3DS, but even then, that's not the same thing. You know, like it's so much more
Yeah.
satisfying when you're like playing it off of actual.
Oh, I thought you played it on Cam's Genesis while we were having a party, and you were just playing Mega Man.
Yeah, but like I never owned it, right? Like I played it
Oh,
only
okay, I
like,
get you.
yeah, like I played it only briefly, but like now on the Genesis Mini, an official Sega product in house,
Yeah.
you know, and like
No, I get it. I get it.
it's just satisfying. I was just having a really good time last night playing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, so that was
please join us next week where Daniel goes on to Mega Man 3.
Hell yeah! I've never really gone played a lot of it, but I feel like I should at this point.
Yeah, me either. But the slide seems cool.
Right.
I feel like we've said this before. What did you learn this week, Daniel?
I learned. I don't know that I learned this on because you mentioned it before in the group chat with O. I learned that the stupid new iPhone is not going to come with a fucking charger, which I think is bad.
I learned that Real España lost, unfortunately.
Yeah, goddamn, dude, goddamn, awful news, awful news.
I'm sorry to hear it.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for being here, Daniel.
Hell yeah, dude.
Good time as always.
Yeah, always a pleasure. Thank you for your time. It was a good time.
Yeah, let's go finish Enter the Gungeon.
Hell yeah.
See ya.